Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know what you're thinking, oh my god, Ellie, this is the first time you've uploaded anything in about 6 months. I know, I've been really slack. I can't apologise to you guys enough. 2020 has been a very strange year to say the least, and it's kind of just, my YouTube videos have kind of gone out the window, but with university starting up again for me on the 7th of September hopefully, and for you guys and any future paramedics hopefully soon. So today's video I wanted to basically share with you guys, show people what I take on my placement with me. So what type of things I put in my bag, what bag I use, different handy tricks and like tales and as such, to show you what's handy to take and what's not handy to take. So I want to start with my bag that I use. So this is the bag that I use to take with me. I got it on Amazon and it was about £25. It's literally the best buy I've ever bought. I literally typed in as well, sturdy bag, because on the ambulance you take so much with you, drinks, books, lunch, just everything with you. So you've got to make sure that you guys choose a really good bag that you know is gonna get you through all the time. So to begin with, I'm going to show you what I put in my front pocket. So for me, I always take tablets that I know that I use quite frequently. So say I've got headache, paracetamol, cold and flu, things like that. And I also, which has been really handy for me, which I learned off another paramedic, was, I mean, I get really bad travel sickness in the back of cars. So when I'm in the back of the ambulance, I get really bad travel sickness. So travel sickness and nausea tablets, you can literally just get these in like a normal shop, which is fantastic. But like I say, for me, who really does suffer badly with travel sickness, if you really do get these, they're a lifesaver. I keep some hand cream just lying about there, just in case. Say like I've washed my hands about 13 million times in a shift and my hands are feeling really dry, it's always handy to just keep some hand cream there. Packs of tissues, you never know when you're going to want to blow your nose, you never know where, do you know what I mean, there's so many different reasons why you might need a tissue, so I always keep tissues. This is in here, but this is just my watch that I use for the ambulance that I put on my uniform, and it's good because it's got a drawstring and you can just look at it and just see the time, or if you're doing say a pulse rate, something like that, fabulous for it. I also keep in my front pocket, which I do put on my uniform, is my pupil gauge pen tester thing, so that's also in the front pocket. So that's in my front pocket. Now back pocket is mostly just books. This, oh, if it wants to come out, so this file is literally, this zippy wallet is literally just from Wilkinson, and I think it was about £1. And it's so good to have for any student paramedic, because for me, I keep my pad in it, so all the outcomes that you need to get signed off, you can just chuck it in there. I keep my record of hours in here, and I also keep my travel mileage form in here, because at Portsmouth University we do get we get money for mileage, which is fabulous. So this is so handy to have. It literally just slips in the bag. I get it out at the beginning of the shift. It stops the pad from getting dirty, because it's an all year thing. We keep the pad for the whole year to get signed off, so it's just fabulous to have. Another thing I keep in here is my JR calc. So fabulous bit of kit, absolute fantastic. You're going to need it on the ambulance no matter what you do, whether you're an ECA technician, student paramedic, you use this literally all day every day. And what I do as well is I also can, like you can see here, is I like say highlight things. So if that is really important for me. So I go to them jobs a lot, or I just want to highlight them, so when I look on that page they like pop out to me. I highlight them, and I also use all the pages that I can, because you can just write on it and it's just fantastic. So gel calc is definitely a must. I always keep my revision cards. I mean, this revision card case was like £1.50 I think from Amazon. Absolutely fantastic. It's got little pockets in, as you can see, and you can literally just keep all your revision cards in it. So you can just go back to them, flick through them if you need to. So that's fantastic. Obviously we keep our stethoscope with us, usually at all times. At Portsmouth University you do get issued an NHS one, which I'm pretty sure is pretty substandard wherever you go university wise. You do get issued one, but in my eyes I literally couldn't hear anything through it. So I mean, lots of people on the course, they do get their own ones. A handy tip for you all, if you don't know, is that you can get them personalised with your name on them, which is absolutely fantastic. If you lose it and someone finds it, they can give it back to you because it's got your name on it. And also it stops confusion with other people. So say for example you're working with someone with exactly the same colour and you both don't have names on it. It just stops all confusion. I mean, I know it does cost a bit extra, but I think when I got mine it was about £7 extra, which in my eyes is totally worth it. I mean, I did get it as a Christmas present for my parents, so I didn't actually pay for it, but like I say, completely worth it getting your name on. So what else do I have? So I brought this little, it basically goes on your belt on your uniform. I got it from Amazon. I think it cost me about £7. And this clip goes around your belt, and it keeps scissors in. So these are actually my paediatric scissors. These are also from Amazon. They're pink because I love pink, and they're fantastic to have, but you do get given green topped scissors from the NHS that you can get on placement. I mean, you don't need this is something I've brought myself, but I find it really handy to have because it just goes on my belt, and if I need a pair of scissors quickly, I can literally open it up, grab them out and use them. So that is also another handy gadget to have if you guys wanted to. I've obviously got my hand sanitizer. I only got this actually in quarantine, so it's actually a very new thing. I haven't used it on the ambulance yet, but obviously with the whole COVID situation, everyone's going to be using hand sanitizer much more than they used to, so I thought I'd get one with my name on it, personalised pink, because I love pink. So that's also going to be used on placement. I've got a tourniquet. I haven't opened it yet because I did have one and I used it, and it got blood on it from a patient, so I had to chuck it in the bin because it was just disgusting. Anyway, I mean, I know some trusts, they don't like you using your own tourniquets, and I know for like health and safety and hygiene reasons that it may be, you might not be able to have your own tourniquets, but for me, I usually don't use a tourniquet for what it, so if I go to a major trauma and their legs hanging off, I wouldn't use this. I kind of only use this when I'm cannulating the elderly, because it stops because their skin's so fragile, it can really stop the marks that can come up from using the elastic band around their arm. And I think this is what, £1.49 from Amazon. I mean, my Amazon Prime has literally been used about 50,000 times since quarantine, and I've just been ordering little bits off there like once every couple of weeks or whatever, and they've been coming and I've just been so excited to use them. So a tourniquet, and you can get different colours, so I love pink, so I got pink, but I got my twin sister who's starting in Bristol this September, I got her a purple one, and yeah, just, you know, just I think it's really handy to have. So that is another thing. This is an ECG card that I've got. I struggle with ECGs. I always have done, and I probably always will. This is just really handy to have. It's got a ruler on it to see like the diversions and things. It's just fantastic. So I bought this again off Amazon. You could probably buy them online if you just type in ECG ruler, but for me this is fantastic. It shows you your PRS complex, and you know, it's just fabulous. So that is another thing. And this one, not many people know about this, and it's actually the best thing that I have ever been told. So I got told actually from my boyfriend, and he was like, oh, why don't you use these? So he brought me a pack of foot warmers. So they basically go in your shoe, in your boot. They fit in our boots that we get, and they literally last for hours. So when you're on a night shift in the middle of winter, it's absolutely freezing, these are so good to have because they warm your whole body up and they're just fantastic to have. So honestly, go and get some foot warmers and you will not regret it. Another thing I get is still in the box because I've just got a new one basically. So we in South Central use an EPR, so we use it's like a little iPad as such, and you can connect keyboards to it, and people use wired keyboards, but for me my favourite is the wireless keyboard. So this is just a little keyboard with everything on. In the back of it, like here, when you open it up, this is the little dongle that you use, and we literally just pop that into the EPR, and then you can type away. For me, when I'm doing my notes on the EPR, so I'm doing the whole explanation of why we're bringing the patient to hospital or anything like that, I love to use this because I don't like typing on the EPR, and it's just so much quicker for me because I'm a quick typer on a keyboard. So if you are too, and you're thinking about what can you use, these are literally £10 off Amazon. I think it was £9.98 free delivery, which is fantastic. So it's definitely worth a go if you haven't got one already. They're literally incredible and I can't big them up enough. So that's another thing. Power bank. Always take my power bank with me and my leads because you just don't know when you're going to need it. You might want to charge your phone. You might want to charge just another device that you've got. Absolutely fantastic. Make sure it's charged before you go on the ambulance. Bob's your uncle. Absolutely brilliant. I also have a set of history examination cards. So one thing I struggled with in first year was my history taking and asking the right questions to patients. I just struggled with it. Obviously everyone's going to struggle with different things. You might be fantastic at it. I wasn't so fantastic, so I got a history and examination pocket card, and it literally helps me deter someone's history, the presenting complaint, lots of things like that. So I got it off Amazon. Again, I don't know how much it was. I think it was about £4 free delivery. Fabulous. I use it all the time. So that is another thing. Also another thing that we, not just me, but a lot of other student paramedics and paramedics and ECAs, they have little handbooks in their pockets. So in your trousers, you've got 2 pockets in your trousers on the side, both left and right, and they've got a pocket, and in the pocket I always keep one of these, just a little book. I haven't written anything yet. As you can see, it's brand new, haven't even taken the price off it. But they're so handy to have if you need to jot something down when you're on a job. Say it's a time critical patient and you need to write something down, just grab it out your pocket. You've got it, you've got a record of it. Say you needed to write time of a drug given, or a time that they think they had this whatever kind of episode. You can literally just write it down, and you don't just have to write it on your glove. Don't get me wrong, writing on the glove is also a brilliant way of jotting things down so you don't forget it, but I always keep a pocketbook, and also I use it to write down, say, conditions that I've never heard of before. I go to a patient and they've got a condition that I've never heard of before. I'll jot it down, and then I'll go home and I'll research what the condition is, what symptoms they may have, and also how to treat it and things, which I think is fabulous. So that is another thing. And finally, I've got this little clip that I put the radio on. So we as students don't get issued one of these, so I did have to pay for this, and I think this is about £12 on Amazon. But like I say, it goes on my belt, and when, say for example, they give you the radio and they say, do you want to have the radio today, you can literally just clip it here and you clip the radio in. So that's also another fabulous gadget to have on placement. So I've gone through a couple of things today as what I take on placement. Like I say, everybody's completely different. What you want to take on placement will be completely different to what I will take on placement, but I was just going through what types of things I do take on placement. So I really hope that this video has helped you guys, and I hope it's given you some inspiration for all people starting or say in first or even second or third year that haven't got these things before. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye guys.